It's the world. It's a stand. It's bread. Smothered in butter and jelly, or smothered in butter or dipped in gravy, or dithered in... It's hard to resist. Crawling back to a YouTube goops, and we're willing to bet you can't resist the opportunity to find out what goes into the mouth.
Nice.
And we're willing to bet you can't resist the opportunity to find out what goes into the making of your mother's bread daily.
Oh, horrible!
Multigrain bread is made from several ingredients, such as grain and grain. The recipe calls for a ton of recipe chip, which is locked inside with the other mix-ins for half an hour, forcing them to become ingredients. These giant grates are the perfect place for the dough to rise
or die as a burned pile.
Cough, cough, cough. These giant troughs are the perfect place for the grain to rise up. The dough rising normally only takes seconds, but it's because our editor screwed up with our footage again. The dough rising takes hours, which we will now show you in real time. This huge mixer needs a better lawyer. Better calls. Who the heck is Jimmy? When the dough finally gets soupy, goopy, and officially fishy man scoopy into a large tub. The dough pieces are then rolled. The dough is rolled. The dough is then rolled. Everyone loves to use the common phrase, well, that was weird. Back to the multigrain bread. Believe it or not, cake sprinkles have been around
since the late 18th century.
Hey, wait a minute!
Oops, our editor screwed up with our footage again. The factory has accidentally made bubble gum again, instead of sprinkles. It's chewing gum. Modern chewing gum was accidentally patented in the USSR in 1984 by, believe it or not, a mantis.
That's good. Call me that from now on. Mantis.
No, nobody's calling you Mantis.
Well, that was dentist. In 1928, another American ate bubblegum. Bubblegum comes in balls of all shapes and sizes. It all starts with base, the stuff that makes your band base. Now play heart-shaped box. Chemicals such as resin are poured over the base.
I'm thick, sweet juice.
They transfer it by cart to a machine called the Play-Doh, which transforms the big bulky wad into forms. The shapes are then forced into a square hole, proving physics wrong. I wish I could have done the same thing with my hole.
And here it is in slow motion.
Just kidding. Here's an interesting piece of meat. Woo!
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Magnets. That's handy for sticking stuff to the things. But 2 seconds ago, people figured out how to
fucking work magnets.
You could say, among us, but you can't. You can't see or feel this globe, but you can't see this field, but it's not the work of magnets. It's the work of the force. To make magnets, a sand mold of the magnets, This pattern of forged sand is the first thing to be created. This pattern of a burned pile is the first thing to be created. This pattern created. This process will be repeated.
This process will be repeated.
This process will be repeated.
This magnet slough was designed to be just for you. Ew. Now it's time to mold They carefully put this into the never mind.